in winners, it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, they are seed 37. So pulling off these wins, I mean, they won 3-2 against seed 8, against seed 4. It's just incredible what they've been doing. And this just goes to show, I guess, the power of Pride Month is with them.
Yeah. Happy Pride Month, everybody. To those of you who betted for Pride Month, you are about to share the 10 points that were bet against for Worm.
I guess this just goes to show that you should play Splat Zones tournaments during Pride Month. Happy Pride, everybody.
Yeah, but we are going to go to the other side of Winners Bracket and we're gonna watch Please Forfeit against klar.
Well, it doesn't seem that Please Forfeit's requests have been working, but they have been winning undefeated against all of their other opponents. So they have not yet lost a match in this tournament.
Yeah, Please Forfeit have been very strong in several tournaments these past few months. And I think we can expect them to do very good. I don't know much about klar. I guess they're probably a pickup because I don't know that name. And we're gonna start on a classic of all classics.
We
That's
are
Mako
indeed.
Zones.
Yep, Mako Zones. All right. We wait for the host to be deciding teams, even though the teams already appear to be decided. But there's not really anything to say about Mako that we don't know already. Bread and butter zones of the Splatoon community through 2 and now into 3, of course. It always trips me up, though, when I look at the thumbnail and it has different ink colors, even though it looks the same, because I expect, like, the pink and yellow from Splatoon 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Looks good. Like I'm so used to seeing it that way now. I don't even remember the icon for Splatoon 2.
Yeah. Well, I have not played enough Splatoon 3. I really need to play more because it looks so good. But other games have been keeping my attention.
It's a very good game, you know. I like it.
I know it's a very good game. I'm well versed in how good a game Splatoon is. But all right, here we go. Our other winners semis match.
Okay, and we go and we see an Eliter that wipe a deco on the side of Please Forfeit. Meanwhile, the S blasters for klar.
Yeah, oh, and it's gone. Okay, well, I wanted to see it in action. We also got the tent, played by Anger, which I think is a very fitting name for a tent player, as they're going to go in there and just absolutely annihilate the first person they see. You know, tent action on zones, tent, not an incredibly commonly played weapon, but always a joy to see whenever you do see it, because you know that the person has put their heart and soul into playing that tent umbrella. Of course, we got Yoshel on the nice E-leader player. Oh my goodness, the Inkjet coming in with the double pick right now, and klar doing very well. We've got all these picks on the side of Please Forfeit, and right now they're just not quite able to reach the zone. You can see here is the blaster, the S blaster, and oh, fell off. they said, you know what? I'll take my chances with the air on the bottom of the stage, then face the new weapon that I've never seen before. Oh, but I'm sure that was an accident. Anyways, we have actually gotten all the way down to 28 for klar, and counting, because although Please Forfeit is back on the zone, they haven't neutralized it just yet. Anger looking to get another pick there. Unfortunately, does go down 2-2 situation on the board right now. Please Forfeit finally getting control of that zone and being able to take their timer down. But the Reef Slider is going to have something to say about absolutely just sending the crab tank careening off to the side there. And the blaster is taken out. Somehow, klar got control of the zone, but that's not going to stay there for long.
Yeah, Please Forfeit finally in control of the zone. klar is still there. They are not going anywhere on Anger with Bazooka is not going to get that much. It looks like Please Forfeit is finally with a numbers advantage. 4 versus 2. Boopy has to move back, go away. Zenith is going to make sure that you sure way, and that crab tank is going to give Please Forfeit finally the lockdown that they have been looking for.
Oh, the try gameplay. I mean, everything that Please Forfeit is doing right now basically just says, okay, stop it. Unfortunately, though, the Reef Slider does catch Nico just a little bit off guard, though, and the Blaster is going to do everything they can here. The Wiper also, unfortunately, getting taken out, but those scores getting very close. 2-2 on the board. Again, Inkjet trying to take out the leader right now, but that is going to cost them the lead. They do get the lead, though. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? We will see, because now this tent is using all of the ink from their shield. Unfortunately, the shield goes down now. It's only the Splash left on their side, and there is no penalty, and the Splash is outnumbered. They're going to get taken out. There is the ink. There is the Inkjet, and although they're trying to get back into the zone, Please Forfeit is going to take this first game.
Very good game by Please Forfeit. They let klar get as so many points, and that start of the game was going so bad for Please Forfeit, but once they had that control, they kept it, and they kept it from 100 to 0, and that's how you win zones.
Yeah, if you just take that timer at the top all the way down to 0, you can instantly win. Fun fact.
That's how you win. Did you know?
Splatoon players hated him for this one simple trick. Learn how to win every Splat zones. But really, though, that was a good game. I don't mean to discount them by being flippant. Both of those teams did play really well, and now we are going to klar's counter pick. We are going to wait for that.
Yeah, klar's going to with a counter pick, and it's very nice to see these new weapons getting some love from very, very good players, and seeing what is possible and where maybe we can be. Like, for sure, these teams are not completely locked on these weapons yet. They are still trying things, but we can see that there is a lot of potential in that new season, and I love to see things change.
Yeah, definitely. I am excited to see what they pick, though. I mean, that match was, I'd like to say, relatively even. I kind of felt that way. Didn't really feel like one of them was like hugely dominated. So I think they could take this in really any sort of direction with counter picking.
Yeah. klar just needs a way to get back in if Please Forfeit manages to establish a lockdown. And it looks like we're gonna go on Undertow Spillway. Not a map you see that often on zones.
No, not really. It's definitely a map. I don't know if I would say it's a map for zones, but it's one of the maps of all time. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's a map for sure. There, you can go there and you can play the game. I've heard.
Honestly, it's not that bad. I just don't really have that much to say about it. Really.
So bad. It's bad.
Okay, well.
I hate it.
Well, that sounds like your problem, because I don't have very much of a problem with Undertow Spillway.
You said you weren't playing this game.
I have played Undertow. I have not played it much, but I've played it. I've probably played it the most out of all the maps that I've played in this game, and I don't mind it very much. It could be worse. That's my perspective.
Well, let's see how these teams do, and if they do enjoy it.
I mean, it was a counterpick. Maybe they counterpicked it on the basis that everybody hates it, and so if they have to suffer, their opponents do too, but who knows. We still got the leader, of course, and we got the tent, and everything's the same. Oh, lovely.
The S-Blaster is...
Actually, oh no, the S-Blasters. That's true. Yeah, we got a regular blaster. Alright, well, we got Crab Tank, we got a Strike, and it's Please Forfeit is going to be the first in control. The klar also losing their blaster, unfortunately, as, you know, the double zones on here mean that having control is kind of difficult. And so Anchor's going to come in here, drop directly onto somebody with the tent. Just, you know, maybe not. I love Tent's one-shot kill. It's so funny. You just completely obliterate somebody.
It looks like the klar has a pretty good hold on the zones, especially when Anger can work so well with the tent, to be honest, there.
Yeah, Aloha here looking for the pick on the Inkjet, but the duration runs... Pick with the Inkjet, but it runs out just before they're able to get that. The tent shield is I mean, like you said, it's doing a fair amount of work here, keeping those zones inked. Crab Tank unfortunately goes down there. Control almost flipping, but not quite. Please Forfeit is doing their best to keep the zones totally inked. And now the Try doing a little bit of funny business here and is able to catch Anger on that tent off guard. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, if we attempt to get there.
Out for a bit there. And so Please Forfeit asserting their dominance here. Anger trying to build up that Zuka. Very, very useful special there. You got, oh, there's the hammer. I'm not entirely sure what the hammer's doing, and they just threw it at the corner. Very, I'm not quite able to. The Inkjet does go down there. We got the Crab Tank coming out, looking to ink those zones at the longer range there. Mako able to avoid that, though. Finally, Control is lost, although Please Forfeit did get all the way down to 32 and counting because they just got that control back. So, for all of the specials that Klar is throwing at the zone, they have not been able to get control or neutralize it here. Aloha here on the Try, a little bit surrounded, but still not quite able to make it work. But we're in these single digits now. We have 2 down on the side of Please Forfeit, and they do lose control. You know, that's how the double zones work. We got the Crab Tank directly on that zone right now, but the penalty has not been applied yet. They are not in control yet. The Jet is going to use their range, try and get in control, but I could have sworn they would have gotten it, but I guess not. Yeah. I guess Please Forfeit was able to take back control of the zones. Is this why people hate this map?
I mean, it's one of the reasons. I guess Please Forfeit, they managed to keep one of the zones their color. And as the Inkjet was creating so much pressure, they sneaked in and just painted the zone. And that's all you need to do to win if you're just 1 point away from getting the KO. And Please Forfeit right now, they are 2-0 and very comfy.
They said if you don't forfeit, we'll just beat you the old-fashioned way.
Yep. That's their MO.
That was a fast counter pick. Umami Runes.
Umami Runes it is, and klar. They need to... I mean, I don't know what they need, but... I'm surprised to say the tent is doing quite the job there.
I know, I really like the tent.
Yeah, the tent being useful is such a nice thing to see.
You say that like tents are never useful. You're like, wow, a tent umbrella actually being useful.
I'm sorry, but since the release of this game, tent
has
been
wow, you're really gonna say that about tent? You're just gonna go and overgeneralize? Wow, okay, I see how it is.
Yeah. Tent was buggy and with a bad kit.
Alright, well,
and now
I mean, they are doing a good job, though.
And it's so cool to see. I love it. Tent is such a fun weapon, and it's great to see it loved at the highest level.
Alright, match point. Our set is 2-0 right now in the favor of Please Forfeit. And here we go. We got a Splatling. I love Heavy Splatling. Oh my gosh, Heavy Splatling is my favorite weapon. I love it so much. I'm so happy that we get to see a Heavy Splatling.
And meanwhile, the Wiper Deco is out, ready to put some beacons and farm missiles.
Yeah, missile farm it is. Blaster on the side of klar, unfortunately going down. So is the Try on the side of Please Forfeit, though. And you can see the tent just kind of going around. The Heavy doing a little spot thing. And they get a... Oh, that is the double. Very nice. That's 3 down on the side of Please Forfeit. But the Try, still putting in a lot of work, does finally go down. And so that does mean that that klar is able to get that control. Heavy's in a nice position. You know when you get your Heavy set up in a high position in mid, that's really important. But of course, the Heavy is going to have to watch out for the E-Leader.
Yeah, with the E-Leader right there, that Heavy kinda has to play cat and mouse. That E-Leader right now has to come with the blaster. That blaster is moved out. Well, back to spawn. That means the E-Leader is going to have a lot of breathing room, but klar is expanding their lead.
This Wiper putting in some work. Really nice picks there. Unfortunately, the tries jump is getting camped, and no penalty points yet for Klar, who has pushed that all the way down past 40 and now into the low 30s. The usual there looking for a pick. The tent shield though is a lot of their line of sight there. A lot of it is obscured. The blaster on the side of Klar going down though, and now you can see Please Forfeit is making their push, getting control, losing control. They are able to provide the penalty, but they still haven't gotten any points on the board yet. There we go, and they have the Inkjet as well. They did lose their splash, so they're not going to quite have that amount of painting power, but we still have the Inkjet. Inkjet gets shot down, unfortunately. They're 2 down now, and so they're not able to hold on to the zone for as long as they'd like. They lose control of the one, and the Heavy's going to use their fall off to paint the other.
Yeah, Please Forfeit pretty happy to apply the penalty. But Anger is back at it with the tent doing so much. But
yeah, they're alone there. They're totally alone. They gotta back up just a little bit with both the splash and the Heavy going down. But now their blaster is on the other side, and they're backing up the Wipers, just saying, you know, hey, I bet I can't kill you, and then they do kill you. But we have the missiles coming out, just single targeting somebody, and control is now back finally for Please Forfeit. Hopefully they can get a significant amount of points. You see the E-Leader is set up nice, but the tent just says, you know, I don't think you can kill me. This is pretty funny. I have a shield, and they get the pick themselves. Unfortunately, they get picked off from behind. Aloha here on the try, looking for their next victim, and the zones are at a little bit of a standstill right now, honestly.
Yeah, even the Please Forfeit had the advantage. Klar managed to really get in, paint the zone, and get the other one off of the panic that happened after that.
Yeah. I mean, again, you can see Yoshel's looking for a pick, and Anger says, absolutely not, I have a tent shield. This just keeps on happening. Anger is going down, though, to the try there. Still, though, control is in favor of Klar. All of these missiles are going to come out, though, put some paint down on the zones. Zenith here on the Wiper. you got the beacons. We gotta love those beacons, and control. With that, the Inkjet finally going over to Please Forfeit again, but they immediately go 2 down, which is going to make it so much more difficult to keep the zone. Yoshel's still set up here, still looking for those picks, but not quite getting them, and with the try going down as well, they have got to wait for their teammates to provide support. There we go, there's the pick. We love to see it.
Yes, Yoshel finally getting the pick. It's easy, just don't aim at the tent has a shield.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Easy for you to say. Gotta jump in, immediately just gonna get camped. And, I mean, these scores, although Please Forfeit was able to push it down to 56, have basically remained almost the same for the past few minutes or so. Boopy, they're gonna get a nice pick on Yoshel. They don't have to worry about that anymore. That penalty is almost gone for Klar. They are in the single digits. They do lose control for just a second here. Aloha coming in with the Inkjet, but immediately getting shot down. The strikes also coming in, but still they are managing to keep control, and that 3 down on Please Forfeit is not looking good. That is a wipeout. They find Yoshel, and now look just how far forward they are as that timer is ticking down. Anger gets taken out by the Wiper. A couple of trades on the zone, actually, too, but the teammate Boopy there coming in, putting that extra paint down. And our set is not over. We are still going.
Yeah, Klar finally finding how you get into Please Forfeit's territory. I feel like Please Forfeit, they didn't hurt themselves by only having 1 bomb against the tent. You want more than 1 bomb, and I think that's really made it hard for them to get rid of that tent. Whenever they were there, it was so hard to dislodge anyone.
They were able to get, they were able to get the tent once they were behind. But most of the time, you know, you just have the shield just, you know, making its way forward, and you can't really kill it with only 1 lethal bomb.
Yeah, very good game from Klar. Can they replicate it on Please Forfeit's counterpick, though?
Yeah, and it's got to be on Please Forfeit's counterpick, too.
And we are going to haggle again.
Well, yeah, Hagglefish again, huh? I mean, I guess, yeah, you can counterpick that.
Hey, it's It's a mad please forfeit and klar both know. Please forfeit. I think if you have your shell with the eater, Hagglefish Market sounds like a very sound pick.
That's true. I mean,
it's really
they have
up
the
to
other. I'm sure the tent will be back as well.
Yeah, I think if please forfeit manages to really stop that tent before it manages to get momentum, that should be game for them. But klar, they have shown us that they are not done yet. They are ready to get back at please forfeit and to bring the fight to them.
I suppose other teams should take notes. You need an effective counter to an E-leader? Just play tent. Haha. Problem solved.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know how to play tent? Oh, you've never played before? Oh, stop with that. Just play it. It's easy.
Good luck with tent. It's a very hard weapon.
Phil Anger's making it work.
I've tried to learn it back in Splatoon 2. It's so hard.
Yeah, I also tried to learn umbrellas. They're relatively difficult. I didn't even try to touch tent because I knew I didn't want to play that.
Yeah. And here we go. It looks like klar is gonna indeed bring back the tent, and Yoshel is going to snipe on Hagglefish, trying to get as many picks as they can. And now with the vanilla wiper, and that torpedo should be kind of a nuisance to the tent.
Yeah, nuisance indeed, and we still have that splatling as well, so gonna have good amounts of paint on the board. Boopy's crab tank is forced back by those strikes, and please forfeit. Takes control, loses control. You know how it is at the beginning of the game, and that tent shield again, just such an annoyance to people trying to shoot people past it. That's 2 down on the side of please forfeit, so klar is going to get control there. Very nice blaster pick. Oh my goodness, the area of effect really coming in handy there, and you can see both, like 2 people are using that tent shield as well as shield in order to go up. Another pick from Anger here up on the ledge there, trying to get the close-up pick on the tent, not the tent, the tri-slosher. Does not quite get it. We have the strikes coming out, trying to make room as well for please forfeit, but klar is just going to paint over that and get 2 people down again. Aloha's got the inkjet, but they don't really have any place to do it. Gets a trade instead of the pick they were hoping for. We are already under 30 for klar. They are just relentless in taking that down, and please forfeit just can't seem to get to the zone. I mean, they're a little bit on their own right now. We have the ultra stamp, but it gets canceled. We are in these single digits, and this might, it's looking like it might be a KO. Not quite. We have the 70-point penalty. And there we go. There are the picks that we want to see from Yoshel. Very, very nice.
Yeah, finally, please forfeit in the nick of time managed to get control of the zone and get another pick right there on the blaster. That's going to allow them to initiate a good lockdown, and the hammer is going to try to do that. Heavy's not gonna let you though.
Yeah, Heavy said, I don't think you can have the hammer here, actually. We've got the Zuka coming in as well. A lot of paint, both wave breakers on the field right now. You can see that sort of Venn diagram on the field. I like it when that happens. Anyways, we have, actually, I think that was a 3 down for a moment there on the side of klar, meaning please forfeit can continue to tick down their timer. They now have no penalty, and it is now on the side of klar the pressure where they have to go in. This Zuka not quite finding the picks they want, and Anger already realizes that they have to put up their shield, that Yoshel is just waiting to give them a pick. And now the zone very back and forth as both teams are throwing pretty much their entire team at it.
Yeah, very back and forth.
Oh, yes! Finally, we have Yoshel getting the pick on Anger. I bet that felt so good. He finally killed the tent. And another great pick on them. Yoshel finally doing the pop-up. Unfortunately, they do get taken out. Boopy's crab tank also getting taken out. And the control is maintained for please forfeit. They have a bit of a penalty to work through, but they are slowly chipping away at it. And 3 down. Oh, I didn't even notice 3 down on the side of klar as well.
Yeah, it was actually a 2v1 at the end for please forfeit, and please forfeit are gonna get rid of that.
What is Aloha doing? What is the try doing?
Aloha!
No, it it doesn't work. That's unfortunate. Yeah, the one person you don't really want to camp that try. We got 10-6.
Oh!
They wipe out. Oh no! They were so close, just 4 points away. They had to hold on, and now we are back to, honestly, relatively even ground here. But that mid is fully in control of klar, and it is Please Forward that has to break back into it while that penalty ticks down. No specials other than the tri-strikes that are being thrown right now, but that provides enough paint for them to get in. We've got the hammer now fully charged up. Does get 1 hit, does get 2, gets 3, get the wipe! Oh, yes! This is exactly what they need! And now with that wipe, oh my goodness, this incredible play from the wiper. Now they are just sitting here, they are waiting. We've got a minute left. That penalty is half gone. They get taken out, but with the splash, with the crab has to avoid everything that's getting thrown at it. The penalty is almost gone, and we might see Please Forfeit take the lead back here, but they're 3 down.
Oh, no.
That was the wipeout on their side now, and they get the penalty, and now we're back to the same penalties that we started with. We have a little bit over 30 seconds left, and both of these teams have 40+ penalties to break through. I mean, what do I even say here? Like, what is going on? We have picks on both sides. We have all the strikes going out. We have the wave breakers, and still the zone is neutral right now. The control is going to go to Please Forfeit, but they have 2 on the board. The tent goes down, and now control's on the side of klar. Like,
these two teams are so even, and it's not over. The blaster
even 5 seconds left. They have to get control here. Please Forfeit needs to force this overtime, and they do. They have control of the zone. That penalty is ticking down, but they also have a lot being thrown at them, and if they lose that zone, it's game over. They need to get the picks, and they are struggling too with that splash being down. All of these things. Oh, they lose control. That is game.
Oh, with a splashdown, with the tri-slasher down, that was no longer any way to paint against 4 players.
And you know where we're going?
We're going
Game
to game 5!
Oh my goodness.
These two teams are so even. That's quite the set.
I am in awe right now.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Cool. I feel like Please Forfeit, they were doing what they were supposed to do, but klar, just with that bit more aggressivity, getting these extra moves, and that the tent getting jumped up by the tri-slasher, but not minding, just one-shotting the tri-slasher before the tri-slasher can do anything.
Well, we are now on the counter pick of Please Forfeit. They have a little bit more control than klar.
Yeah, but both teams have won on the other team's counter pick.
That is true, yeah. The momentum in this set, honestly, kind of all over the place.
Yeah, there's so much that can happen, and whatever map is selected, anything can go in that game 5.
We do know we can't go back to Hagglefish. That is something that can't happen.
With Hagglefish and Mako out of the picture, you have to be creative.
Yeah, it's like, where do you really want to go now for zones?
Inkblot. That has to be Inkblot, I believe.
That's true. Well, I don't know, maybe they'll pick something way out there.
Could be. That could be mincemeat. I think anything that's good for the eliter is good for forfeit. But with a tent in the picture, that's not as certain.
I was gonna say, because Sturgeon exists as well, but the tent is gonna be an issue.
Yeah. Maybe Brinewater.
They're probably having a very similar conversation right now.
Yeah. Would very much love to be in that VC. Okay, what do we do? How do we come to this? How do we come to that?
When you're at this point in the tournament, right? Even in a set, you've gotten a feel for how they play. You've gotten a feel how you play against them. You have the control. It's do you want to pick a map you're strong on? Do you want to pick something that's specifically against them? because like maps that you like might also afford them strengths. It's kind of a whole like big mind games thing.
Yeah, there's well, that can happen. And I mean, these two teams haven't been that lucky with their counter picks.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like they have similar playstyles, and the tent counters the specificity of the tent and the specificity of the elite counter each other a lot on the picks that they've shown. So if they find a pick where the elite is strong and the tent isn't, I think they could like just get it, but I'm not sure there's a map that allows that. They both like space.
Yeah. Space, lines of sight. They might just have to pick a map and then like full on bomb the tent shield.
And it looks like they are still thinking. We still don't see a counter pick.
Do we have time limits on these counter picks?
I'm not sure, but that 5 minutes should be getting close at some point.
Brinewater.
Brinewater. That's I mean, that's another elite map. Let's see if it's like, I think the tent can be pretty good on it too.
Honestly, when you're this far in, I feel like enabling your e-leader is a fine thing to do. I completely understand it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, just like, you know what? We just let the e-leader do the thing.
And that's a map mode that Please Forfeit has counterpicked a lot in the several tournaments I've seen them play, so it has to be a lot of comfort in it too.
Yeah, comfort just being strong on a map like this, definitely there as well.
And we are pretty far into the tournament, Kato, so
yeah,
comfort is getting more and more important.
At this point, like, you know, you don't really want to start improvising or experimenting. Just go with what you're comfortable with, and hope it works out for you. And you know, with the counter picks that we've seen, it might not work out for them. Both of these teams, like you said, have won on each other's counter picks. So, and they're so evenly matched. It kind of just it boils down to what happens in the game itself.
Yep. And here we go with the final game.
Game 5, everybody, here we go.
These two teams have been so even, but there needs to be a winner, and it's going to be decided here. Not many surprises, but a machine on the side of this forfeit. Speaking of comfort.
Yeah, no more wiper. We got the machine instead. So we'll see how that works out for them. Blaster gonna do a little bit of a funny here. Pulls off the double. Oh my goodness. I'm not you know, I didn't fully expect that to work for klar, but it did. I mean, they got taken out, but it worked very well. And now the leader is a little bit trapped here. That tent shield is encroaching upon them, and they will now have to back up just a little bit. klar in control of the zone here. Nico's got the crab tank, unfortunately gets taken out. The Booyah Bomb gonna go onto klar's side of the zone, and that does mean they lose control. That's 3 down though, with the E-leader being the only one remaining, and that is not good, because you know klar is going to take full advantage of that, and now all of that is under their control. Please Forfeit has to break out of this now, but with anger and with that tent shield, that's going to be pretty difficult. There's one pick. Yeah, they do get taken out, but already we're at 19 remaining, and like, come on, like, those timers take down so quickly.
Like this. How can it end
please,
like this?
The game 5, it can't end like this. No.
What?
What on earth?
Okay, this last game was not representative of the whole set, and klar. Okay, this is your counter pick, your elite comfort pick. You bring the machine that's supposed to counter the tent. We don't care, we're just gonna get in. And we're gonna get that W. Congratulations to them, they are going to Winners Finals.
They are going to Winners Finals indeed, after 2 incredible semi sets. we are probably in for an incredible Winners.
Yeah. We'll see Pride Month back in Winners Finals. They absolutely shredded Block in their semi-final. So congratulations to them, and I guess chat will be pretty happy to see them. But we will not see you, Kader. I think this is your time to go.
Yes, you are doing both blocks. I am not.
Yes.
Thank God. Well, best of luck on your next block, and thank you, chat, for having me. Before I go, you can find me on Twitter at Kader_, where I post art and talk about the things I cast. It was a pleasure to be here, and I'm looking forward to that Winners Final set because it is going to be incredible. Well, I guess, let's see. Who am I handing the mic to? I will be handing the mic to Chili Boy. Yes. Well, they're going to do great and put on a show. So, goodbye, chat. Of course, keep on watching. See y'all.
Wait, that was doing one singular bomb right there, and it's not gonna help them. That's a wipeout, and of course this means Shuit, that Rainbow is yours for taking.
They get one of the power clams in. They're gonna try and get that second.
Clams.
They get a second. They get a third in. That is the KO.
3 down as well. Shock Reaper, and the double Kraken. Spin it. Spin the Kraken on town. Get the checkpoint. They don't even need to.
They gotta stay on this. There's people coming from all sides. Who's gonna be able to stay on it? No, Robin Tomodachi's able to get back onto it.
Surf's up! It's high time for another Tropical Throwdown. Join us June 10th at 1 PM Eastern for your shot at a chunk of the $200 prize pool. Whether you're a squid or a kid, players of all skill and division are welcome. Take this chance at competing with the best players in competitive Splatoon. In celebration of Pride Month, we will be fundraising for a charitable project during the event. We'll see you on the shores.
Splatoon Stronghold, a stronghold for competitive Splatoon, providing resources to long-timers and newcomers alike. If you're new to the competitive scene or still figuring out how to join, we have a getting started guide and plenty of other resources to help you in your journey. If you are a seasoned veteran, we still have plenty to offer. You can find and join tournaments as well as participate in our Captain Forum and find free agents and teams. Our mission is to make competitive Splatoon easily accessible to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Join the Splatoon Stronghold today!